up, guys? It's Eli Fishman from TalkingBall.net and YouTube, Eli Fishman Sports. Back with another interview. Today I might be joined by shortstop of the Miami Marlins organization, Bryson Brigman. Bryson, thank you so much for coming. You played at San Diego and during the summer. Last season you got to play for the Team USA College National Team. Talk to me about that experience with the national team traveling the world and, just wearing Team USA across your jersey.
It's awesome, man. Anytime that you get the opportunity to play for USA and put on that jersey, it's something special. And I was lucky enough to do it a few times. I played, when I was younger as well. And just any time you get to be out there with, some of the best players in the world, and obviously getting to travel around. I went to Taiwan, I went to Korea, I also went to Mexico. So it's just another great opportunity to kind of see the world and, alongside playing, the best players in the world and getting to make lifelong friendships and stuff like that. It's pretty awesome.
The Seattle Mariners drafted you. You spent parts of 3 seasons in their organization before coming over here. What do you owe to that organization? What do they mean to you for, drafting you and giving you that initial opportunity to play pro ball?
I love playing for Seattle. They obviously gave me that opportunity to, start chasing my dream and stuff like that, which is something I've been wanting to do my whole life. I really can't thank them enough for the opportunity. I made a lot of friends over there. It was really tough leaving a lot of my brothers over there. But it's just kind of part of the game. It's something that I'm looking at as a positive and an opportunity for me here in Florida. And, it is what it is. And I'm just looking forward to, a new opportunity here.
What was your initial reaction when you found out just a couple weeks ago that you would be coming over from the to the Marlins from the Mariners as part of that Cameron Maybin trade?
I was shocked. I kind of woke up that morning and I saw on Twitter that the Mariners had traded for Maybin, and I was like, man, I was texting my buddies, I was like, hey, somebody's getting traded. I don't think it's me. There's no shot it's me, but somebody's getting traded. And then sure enough, about 5 minutes later, I got a call from my manager and then later my farm director, and they were like, hey man, you're traded, start packing your stuff. And so I pretty much packed up my stuff in a few hours, drove my stuff home. I was close to home back then, so it was nice. I could drop my stuff at my parents' house, and then next morning I was out here to Florida. So it was a quick transition. It was definitely a little bit of a shock, but it's been good so far.
What has been the biggest difference? Have you noticed any other big things between the two organizations?
No, I mean there's small differences, like a little bit, like field rules, things like that, different things that you do culture-wise, but it's honestly really similar. I think the main difference out here in Florida is just the humidity, man. In California, it gets hot, but it's not humid like this, so I don't think I've ever sweat this much in my life, and it's definitely taken some getting used to, but I like it over here.
You were 304 before coming over in the trade in the Cali League. What's been working for you so far this year, and what do you think led you to do so well this season?
Going into spring training, I just wanted to find one stance and approach in the box that I could stick with throughout the year, through the good and the bad. Years previous, I had been, switching a bunch of things, trying to do a leg kick, trying to hit the ball out of the park, and trying to do a bunch of different things, and not really staying to me. So pretty much coming into this spring, I just wanted to lock in one approach and one stance and everything in the box and just stick with it. And I think I've done that pretty well so far, and I think that's attributed to, some of the success that I've had.
Who's someone in professional baseball or previously in your baseball career who you think has been the biggest help for you to lead you to be the player you are today?
I don't know. I mean, I have to attribute a lot of it to my dad, just because he's been my coach growing up forever. He put a batting cage in our garage and everything, so we were, pretty much all the work that I've done with my swing and everything leading up to this point has come from my dad. But there's been many players along the way that I pick up little things from. Evan White was a really good guy over at in Seattle. Gareth Morgan, Nick Samarelli. There's just a bunch of different of my teammates that we all really worked on hitting, and we really cared about each other and stuff like that. So we would try to work with each other's swings and stuff like that. And obviously, when you're going through a long season, it's nice to have your teammates behind you and kind of having your back and stuff. So.
Walking up to the batter's box from the on-deck circle, what are you thinking about? What are you looking at?
My main thing is just my approach. So my approach is to pretty much hit a bomb to right center. I'm probably never going to really hit a bomb to right center, but that's my intent. So every time I go up there, I'm looking for a pitch that I can do that with. So I'll pick out a sign on the right center, like kind of in the gap over there, and I'll be like, okay, I'm going to try to hit the ball there. So that kind of keeps me trying to find the right pitches, and that's pretty much all I'm thinking. I try to keep it simple and try to swing at the right pitches. That's really it.
What are some short and long-term goals of yours for your baseball career?
Short term, I'd say just trying to get better every day. That's really it. I know the results are going to, vary. Some days you're going to have a great day. Some days you're going to make a bunch of errors. Some days you're going to, different things are going to happen. So in the short term, it's really just going out there every day and finding a way to get better, working on skills, working on hitting, working on fielding, things like that. And then long term, just staying healthy, learning what it takes to be out here, for the full seasons over and over and over again. Just learning to be consistent. That's really it. I don't really have anything like results-based that are goals, but really just to continue to get better and, find a way to help the team win, day in and day out. So.
All right, man. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really, really appreciate it.